Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's B Milton. Welcome back to the channel. I just got back from the game. It's really late. Kind of tired, but I figured I should make this video before I kind of forget everything because I just seen it live. Really disappointing. Really pretty much just disappointing all the way around. Scoring 12 points isn't good enough. But our defense only the Giants, if you really look at it, the Giants only really scored like 13 points on offense themselves. They got that 7 points on their defense. So I mean, as much as we want to sit here and say, we didn't look the best, I don't think the Giants looked the best either. I think what it really comes down to is the Giants wanted it more than us. They just did, and their coaches coached better than ours did. And I think that's what it excuse me, that's what it really comes down to. If you look at it, I think we have, just like the first game versus the Giants, we leave that game thinking, man, we're the better team. We have the better players. And even in this game, we've had opportunities to win, and all that, and I can't. I have to go back and look at coaching here because just let me. I wrote this down because I wanted to start with this. When the first possession of the game, or the very beginning of the game, we went for it. It was the first possession. On the first possession, we end up getting a 4th and 1, and we go for it and we get it. And then we do that just to punt the ball around the 30-ish yard line or whatever. I understand that there was some wind and they were worried about that, but we punt the ball on the 30-ish yard line, and we ended up getting 4 yards off this punt because they returned it. So that's kind of like how we were playing football. and then later on in the game, the Giants went for it on 4th and 9 and got it. The Giants wanted to win. They wanted to win this game, and because they knew what it meant. And I feel like we came off of a bye, and our coaches didn't have our team ready to play. The first half of that football game was just disgusting. It was just not good enough. In the second half, we picked things up a little bit, but just when it comes down to it, really, you have to look at coaching in this game, and I'll get to that in a second. But Daniel Jones had all day to do whatever he wanted in this game. It was disgusting. It was straight up disgusting, standing there doing everything I can to make noise, and all the fans that were there, which, by the way, it was about 50-50 Giants fans. All behind the Giants bench, it was all just Giants fans. And then on our side, there was a lot of Commanders fans, but there was some Giants fans mixed in. So it was either 50-50 or like 60-40 split. Now, we cheered our ass off. We did what we could, just as a fan. You know what I mean? And it's just utterly disgusting how we got to sit here and watch Daniel Jones have all day long to do whatever he wanted to do. That is just so disgusting to me, man. And like I said, it comes down to coaching. Our defensive line, they found a way to neutralize our defensive line, and Jack Del Rio didn't do anything to change it. He didn't blitz them. When we had him backed up, when Tressway had a couple good punts and we had him backed up, and we seen what they did when we were backed up. What did they do? They got pressure on us. I don't know if they blitzed or whatever, but they sat there and seen how getting pressure on the quarterback backed up could help you. And Jack Del Rio barely ever blitzed in this game. I just really don't understand it. They just sat there and thought, okay, what we're doing is going to end up working. It's going to end up working, and it never did. We had like 6-7 yards of carry on the ground. Brian Robinson, if you look at his numbers, he was ravaging like 6 yards of carry. Classic. What's his name? Scott Turner just stops running the ball. Doesn't know when. Just isn't in tune with the game and what needs to happen. It's just not good enough. Now, the story was our offensive line was trash for most of the game. Their offensive line gave Daniel Jones all day. And the thing is, Daniel Jones didn't even throw the ball down the field. All he was doing was getting the ball, throwing it for 5 yards, and then their receiver would grab the ball and then fall backwards and get another yard. And they just kept possession. And they literally beat us kind of at our own game. How we'd run the ball and keep possession. They were just short passing it, keeping possession, and we couldn't stop them. We played so far off the ball. And the thing is, who do they have at receiver that scares you? Nobody. And then we're sitting here just playing off the ball the entire time, and we keep letting them nickel and dime us to death, and we didn't do anything to change this the entire game. And the defensive line was putrid, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. All right, like, I don't know what they did, but what do we have? Not even one sack, or is either 0 or 1 sack in this game. That's insane for our defense in general. That's insane. And Jack Del Rio just sat back and didn't do shit about it. Like, that's just mind blowing. I cannot understand this. Now, our offensive line was very bad. Sometimes in the run game they were good, but pass protection, Taylor Heinicke was much more having to run. And that's the thing, is like, if you look at it, and that's why I go back to coaching for this. Daniel Jones had all day. They found a way to give Daniel Jones all day to throw the ball and all this stuff. And our quarterback is constantly having to move, run, do something. Like, just, and like I said, I know our offensive line's not that great, but just like, we're not doing something to help. And, Taylor Heinicke in the first half, I think he definitely did hold on to the ball a little bit too much. And not long as in like an NFL, long for the NFL, but like, knowing our offensive line is trash, yeah, he kind of held onto the ball a little too long. But come on, man, Charles Leno Jr., I'm pretty sure that was him, right? Who gave out like all these tickets to fans and said, "Hey, come cheer us on. I'm going to give out all these tickets for you guys." And then we had to come, he didn't give me one to me, but those fans had to come here and see him give up that pressure and have Taylor Heinicke destroyed and to fumble the ball and give their defense a touchdown. Like, bro, you are sitting here asking us to come out here and support you, and this is the shit we get from you. That is, and I'm tired, and I've seen somebody say this online or whatever, and I kind of agree with the same. Like, I'm tired of these, like, nice fucking players. I'm so tired of, like, oh, they do all this off the field and they're nice and, they're always funny. Who gives a shit, man? We need somebody who's going to be a hard-nosed football player. I'm so tired of, like, oh, man, this guy's winning off the field and shit. Who, if he cannot protect our quarterback, like, what are we doing, man? And I made the poll, like last week or whatever. How worried are you about the offensive line? And most of you guys were just as worried as I was. And this is what we saw in the game. We're sitting here running the ball effectively, and just, it was like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the flea flicker thing. It's like 2nd and 3. That's like one of the only times we were kind of aggressive in the game. So, like I said, I feel like we weren't aggressive enough, but 2nd and 3, bro, we're running the ball for 6 yards a carry. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, run the ball. Run the ball, man. And as much as I love Taylor Heinicke and everything, like, dude, take the ball out of his hands at times. Like, when it's the 4th quarter and shit, that's when you give him the ball. That's when we know Taylor Heinicke is gonna do something with it. And he tried his damnness here at the end of the game, and he threw that like 60-yard like bomb in the game. That's like, in person, that's probably like the most like best deep pass I've ever seen in person. Like, at a game, like when he threw that ball, I was like, holy shit, dude. That shit was a bomb and a half, dude. And like, man, just like I said, what we got out of Heinicke today was like the normal, typical Heinicke experience. He fumbled the ball with it, and like, that's what's so frustrating about this game, is that we had chances in this game, despite the refs trying to fuck us over multiple times. And what's so crazy is the last game we just played, we had the same issues with the refs. In this game, I've never been to a football game where we were screaming, what was it? Refs, you suck. We had the whole stadium pretty much screaming, refs, you suck, dude. You suck. I've never heard like that many people scream at the refs before. And there's people that just always blame the refs or whatever. And I don't like that, and I don't really, like just people who don't know much about football, they're just gonna, oh, the refs, the refs this, the refs that. No, there was reasons to yell at the refs, and we yelled at them. It was ridiculous, bro. And on the same play, on the same drive where Heineke fumbled the ball for the touchdown, it starts with a run to the left, and Brian Robinson Jr. or someone I'm pretty sure it was Brian Robinson, had a great 12-yard run or something to the left. As soon as Heineke hikes the ball, he gets it and tosses it, and they run to the left, and he's out there, and he gets 12 yards. They call it back for holding on the other side of the line, and it had nothing to do with the play, dude. It had nothing to do with the play. I'm not sitting here. I cannot see that side of the line. I can't see exactly what happened. But that guy's not going to get over and stop the play anyway. It was a toss. As soon as he got the ball, he tossed it, and the guy's gone. On the left-hand side, it had nothing to do with the play, and they call it back and for holding on the other side of the field that had nothing to do with it. And then right after that, then we get a false start or something. Then that's when that play, Heineke got hit from behind, and then we fumbled it. It's just and then everyone is talking about at the end of the game where Brian Robinson ran in the touchdown. He got the ball and ran it straight through the middle for a touchdown, and it's and the refs call it the formation, whatever the penalty is, whatever, I forget the name of it right now, but you can see, and everyone's talking about this, you can see on the replay and everything, Terry McLaurin he looks over at the ref and he's like, am I good? Gives him a thumbs up. And the ref gives him a thumbs up or something like that. And then right when the play happens, he throws a flag. Bro, he just asked you, am I good? And he gave him a thumbs up, dude. What the fuck are we doing here, dude? That's the game right there. It had nothing, it's the same, the one I brought up, as the same thing. It has nothing to do with the play. That guy, he's not blocking anyone, whatever happened. That guy that he's standing across is not going to run to the middle of the field and stop Brian Robinson Jr. from getting a 1-yard touchdown run. And that cost us the game pretty much. But, well, I mean, yet again, after that, we still had chances to win. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to blame this all on the refs or something like that. But my God, it's stupid as fuck, dude. For the 2 weeks in a row now. 2 weeks that we played the same team where, I don't know how many penalties they had, but it's got to be 2. I know they had 1 false start. That's the only one I can think of, bro. I want to look it up right now. How many penalties did they have compared to the penalties we had, dude? Because it was ridiculous, man. Sorry, I'm on ESPN right. Why is their website all jacked up, bro? Scores. Their website's all jacked up. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's go. Box score. Hold up. Sorry. Team stats actually is where we want to go to. Penalties. Oh, they had 5 penalties, but I don't remember much. We had 6 penalties. But man, just obviously our penalties were much more costly. So while I'm here, the Giants had 19 first downs. We had 20. Third downs, we both sucked. They had 2 of 10 third downs. We had 1 of 10. Garbage. Total yards, they had 288. We had 387. And see, that's what it comes down to in this game is the turnover. We ended up with time of possession basically the same. They had 30 minutes and we had 29 minutes. But the first half is what... And this is why it comes back to the coaching again. We had 2 weeks to prepare for the same team we just played. And we come out looking like that, scoring 3 points. Our defense was trash. Whatever they did, they just played a game and they got their ass kicked. And then they came in here and they were ready to play more than we were. And they had 1 week to prepare for us, and we had 2 weeks to prepare for them. This is inexcusable shit, dude. There's just no way around it, man. And Dax Milne is just why is it in this big game? This is for the playoffs. And then we have Dax Milne sitting back there returning punts. Cannot Jahan Dotson, can he not fucking return punts? Can Curtis Samuel not return a goddamn punt when the playoffs are on the damn line? Why are we still putting Dax Milne back out there? This, like I said, this is just loser football. This is just straight up on the coaches. Like, my God, dude. They just played it so safe in the biggest game of the year. It makes no goddamn sense. You're worried about Jahan Dotson or Curtis Samuel getting hurt or something on returning a punt. It's for the fucking playoffs, dude. Do you want to go to the playoffs or what? You want to put Dax Milne, who fumbled a damn ball, back there again? Like, dude, and all he does is just fair catch the ball. Yeah, I like that he just catches the ball, but sometimes we need some returns and shit. At least Antonio Gibson on a kickoff had a return there at the end of the game. That was huge. What about punts? We can't get a punt return? Like, the coaches are just so... They're just so slow to change stuff, and it's just... They just think, oh, we came up with the right game plan. And yet again, like, we have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks off to prepare for this. I don't think Scott Turner had a great plan. Like, how they script the first couple drives or whatever? I don't think that script was good either. Like, I don't think anything about this was good, bro. Now, yet again, like I said, when it comes to Heinicke, I thought when I was there in person, I know there's going to be those people, oh, you're just standing up for Taylor Heinicke because you like him. He had his ups and downs. That's what you expect from him. But being at the game, he was putting balls where they needed to be. There's either Thomas, he dropped a pass. I looked at it again. He stopped running for some reason. He's not going to get the ball or something. Like, when he turns and looks, he's like, oh, he's not going to throw the ball to me. Yeah, he did. Why did you stop running, bro? And then it was Diami Brown. He got thrown the ball, and I think if you really watch it, the Giants defender could have gotten there early, and that could have been a penalty or whatever. But regardless, I'm so sick and tired of receivers not coming back to the football. Like, don't just turn and stand there and wait for the ball. Get back to the football. The game, it goes back to the same thing for the game losing play. Heinicke looking for people. The very last play of the game, looking for people. He scrambles again, goes to the left. I don't know who it was, Jahan Dotson or somebody. He throws the ball to him. Why are you just standing? Come back to the football. If you're running towards the football and then catch the ball, the defender can't just jump over you and hit you. Come to the football. Why are you just going to stand still and let the football come to you and let the defender jump over you and knock the ball out? Come back to the football. It just drives me fucking crazy that everyone on our team does that shit. Like, help your quarterback. Come back to the ball. Don't stand still and let the defender know when to time it. Come, be moving. Be moving and catch the football, dude. It's just ridiculous. It drives me crazy, dude. We had chances to win this game. I'm sure any Giants fan will be like, you're crazy because we tied to you and then beat you. But I think we have the better team, and that's why this is on the coaches, bro. Sure, Leonard Jr. was trash on that play. Gave up a huge hit on Heinicke where he fumbled the ball, whatever. Yes, the defensive line wasn't great. Yes, people aren't making the right plays, but good coaches would be able to do more with what we have. Literally, the best example is the Giants. They have no receivers. Yet they came out in the first half passing the shit out of the football, making it work somehow. 5 yards. They would just take 5 yards. The receiver would grab the ball and then fall backwards and get a yard or two extra. Just kept time of possession. Just kept moving the football. And we can't figure something out. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. But I don't know. I'm pissed off about the game, and a lot of hope for the season is like during that first half, I already lost a lot of hope for the season. Just to see, like, I'm glad that we made somewhat of a comeback, and it was a somewhat entertaining game. It came down to kind of like the last play of the game sort of thing. But in that first half, I realized a lot about the team and a lot about the coaches, and they didn't have these guys ready to play. These guys weren't ready to play. just all around. The defense sucked. Like what did they touch Daniel Jones one time during the entire game? What's up with that? How is that possible? How is that possible? Even with bad coaching, how is that possible that you're not getting to Daniel Jones and you just did it a couple weeks ago? How is that possible? It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. David Mayo was out there on the field a shit ton. That's what I don't want to see. I don't know who else to put in, but I don't want to be seeing David Mayo, dude. Like, and that's the thing. I don't understand. We have injuries and stuff. Cole Holcomb I would have loved to see Cole Holcomb in this type of game and see how much better he would have played for us. But it is what it is, man. I don't know. Of course, the outlook for the rest of the season. We apparently we're still in the playoffs as of right now. I think because the Seahawks and other people lost. But this to me looks like another Ron Rivera team, which is 7-7 is like a 7-win team, 8-win team, whatever. Yeah, they gave us a good run, and just like the other year or whatever, we won 4 games in a row or whatever. It's the same shit, bro. Like, we have talent, we have receivers, we don't have a good offensive line, and that's because of people like Ron Rivera, messing our money up and stuff like that. But of course, Ron Rivera, he can get people to play hard or whatever, but he doesn't have them. He doesn't have the coordinators. He doesn't have the team. He's just not the right coach. He's not getting these guys in the right position. It's just clear and obvious. This is the most clear and obvious game of bad coaching. We just seen what the Giants did. Who do they have to throw the ball to? Yet they came out throwing the shit out the ball in the first half, and we did nothing to just stop it. We didn't do anything to stop it. It's insane. And I'm sure there's so much stuff that I'm forgetting, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys think about the game in the comments. You know, I read all your comments and respond to you, so I'll see you then. Peace.